Hey CA, great to, well, I guess I can't see you, but great to be with you in this way. Today, we come to 1 Samuel chapter 21, and in this chapter, David goes into the house of God and he meets with the priest, Ahimelech, and he receives some bread and he receives Goliath's sword. And I've heard a pastor give a talk on this chapter before, and he talked about how David, when he went into the house of God, he received bread for the journey and he received a sword for the battle. And the pastor talked about how it's the same for us as the people of God when we go into the house of God. When we go to church, we also receive bread for the journey and we receive a sword for the battle. That sounds cool, Jake, but what does that mean? Wow, when we were made to do the Christian life together. Hebrews 10:24, talks about how let's not neglect the meeting together, but let's spur one another on towards love and good deeds. And when we come together as the people of God, we receive bread for the journey. We are nourished, right? We need meaningful connections together. We're sustained through that, as well as through the Word of God, right? That sustains our souls, that encourages our souls. We receive sustenance when we gather together to be taught the Word, to worship together, to fellowship together, and we receive a sword for the battle. The Bible, in Ephesians 6 talks about take the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. We see how Jesus fought off the enemy, right? With what? With the Word. He said, "It is written," right? So we get taught the Word of God, and it comes into our souls, and it's a sword for the battle of life. So I just want to encourage you, just as David went into the house of God and received bread for the journey and a sword for the battle, I want to encourage you to make it a priority, to make it a commitment to be a part of the weekly gathering of the believers. Because you receive something, but you also give something when you come to church. So let's prioritize that. Let's be sustained by the Word of God. And let's get that sword for the battle. Hope you're encouraged and hope you have a great day. Keep reading the Word.